I remember the exact moment our retirement accounts hit $100,000. I was just sitting at my desk logging in to check my account and I saw that I'd finally hit six figures. Now for one, I remember feeling shocked, like, is this accurate? Did we actually hit it or is this some sort of mistake? But it was real. And I remember this sense of relief, not because we had made it or anything like that. I mean, $100,000 isn't a life-changing amount of money, but I felt this relief because I knew the hard part was behind us. There's this famous quote from Warren Buffett's right-hand man, the late Charlie Munger. He says, the first $100,000 is a B word, but you gotta do it. Now, I don't know what B word he was referencing, but you get his point. He goes on to say, I don't care what you have to do if it means walking everywhere and not eating anything that wasn't purchased with a coupon. Find a way to get your hands on $100,000. The relief I felt was because the B word was behind me. So why is there so much emphasis on 100K? But before I get into that, I need to explain how your money grows in the market. And to understand that, you need to know a few basic investing terms. Principal is the amount of money you contribute to your investment accounts from your income, and interest is the amount of money you earn while invested in the stock market. So the idea is that the money that you invest into the stock market will grow and grow and grow because of the interest you're gaining on the principal you have invested. Now, to illustrate why $100,000 is the big number when it comes to investing and not $50K or even $10,000, I want to show you something. Now, let's say you invested a single dime into your 401k. It's not much, but hey, it's something, I guess. The market grows on average 10% every single year. So your 10 cents, your principal, would make 1 cent in interest. Not exactly enough to retire on. Now, let's say you get really excited and invested a whole US dollar. A year in the market would make you 10 cents in interest. $100 invested becomes $10. $1,000 invested becomes $100. Big whoop. Even if you invested $10,000, no small sum, you're still only going to make about $1,000. By the way, this is prop money. Please don't rob me. But when you finally reach $100,000 principal invested, you're going to gain $10,000 in interest when the stock market grows by 10%. Now that is some serious growth. And one reason why $100,000 is so important is because, well, it generates more money in interest. The more money you have invested in the market, the more money you actually make when the market grows. And $100,000 is enough to actually start making a difference towards retirement. I want you to imagine your net worth as the space shuttle trying to reach orbit. It takes an insane amount of fuel just for this thing to get off the ground. That's what it feels like trying to save that first $100,000. Extra energy, tons of effort. But once the shuttle gets off the ground and breaks free from Earth's gravity, all it needs is the initial burst of energy to break free and coast to its destination. The momentum of your first 100K is what takes you the distance to retirement. The process is tough up front, but it carries you into generational wealth. And here's why. The biggest factor behind the momentum of your first $100,000 is often called the eighth wonder of the world, right behind the Great Wall of China. But this wonder of the world is even better because it's going to make you rich. Compound interest means that not only do you gain interest on the principal, but you earn interest on your interest. So let's say you have $100,000 in principal invested in the market. A 10% growth means you're going to gain $10,000 in interest, bringing your investment balance to $110,000. And now you're getting interest not only on that $100,000 principal, but also on the $10,000 of interest, which brings you to $121,000, and then $133,000 a year after that. This is where the net worth explosion begins. Just to give you an idea of how much faster your net worth grows after your first $100,000, let's look at some numbers together. Meet Johnny. Johnny's 21 years old, he just graduated college and got his first big boy paycheck. Now he has some decisions to make. He could continue the college lifestyle, ordering takeout every day, maybe even buy a fancy new car with his big boy paychecks. Or he could start maxing out his Roth IRA every year. The new max contribution to a Roth is $7,000 a year, so Johnny makes the wise decision to invest $583.33 a month to max out the Roth. And for this example, I'm assuming an annual market growth of 10%. Now in real life, the market goes up, it goes down every year, but the average annual growth over the last 100 years has been 10% per year. So it will take our friend Johnny 9 years of consistent investing to reach his first $100,000. That's not bad for a 30-year-old. But check out how much faster he reaches his second $100,000. He maintains his pace of $583 a month, and he hits $200,000 in about 4.5 years. That's twice as fast as the first one. And this is even cooler. Just by investing $583 a month, he will be a millionaire by his 50th birthday. And this is on the low end. Now, as Johnny gets older, he's going to make more money, have more income to invest. $583 a month is on the low end of what people should be investing, but that alone is enough to create generational wealth for Johnny and the future Mrs. Johnny, all because he invested what is basically a car payment every month. And that brings me to, how in the world are you supposed to get your first $100,000 in investment accounts? One of the biggest mistakes I see when I'm working with people on their finances is their stupid car payment. Now, by the way, I actually coach people one-on-one with their money. I help people find a path to the life they've been dreaming of by helping them pay off debt and save money. Now, if you're interested, apply to work with me one-on-one in the link below. All right, back to the stupid car payment. The average car payment for new cars is $737 a month. Buying a car in cash and not living with car payments would help you get to $100,000 in just 8 years. But it's not just the cars killing people's progress, it's the student loans too. With the average student loan payment estimated to be at $500 a month, it's no wonder people aren't saving enough for retirement. The fastest way to get to 100K? Get out of consumer debt. Car payments, student loans, credit cards, all that crap. Now imagine this, you have no car payments, no student loans, no credit card debt. Based on the averages I just mentioned, that would allow you to invest $1,200 a month. And that would get you to your first $100,000 in just over 5 years. So now I want you to picture yourself 10 years from now. You wake up, you log into your account, and you see $100,000 sitting in your investment account. Is that vision possible with the decisions you're making today? Because the decisions you're making right now, good or bad, are directly impacting your investment accounts in the future. Now, if you liked that video, if you found it helpful, subscribe. There's going to be a lot more videos like that, and I'll see you in the next one.